You guys have heard from him. He's going to be doing a lot of speaking during the next few days. He's powerful in South Africa. Network Mark, been in the industry for quite some time. People know him, people follow him off social media and on social media. I'd like to introduce you to my new friend, my business colleague, your leader, many of your leaders here in Keep It Live. I think I can get his name right. Mtobisi. He's the leader of leaders. He says, don't be a sheep, you be a lion and roar. Here he comes.
Welcome, Tobisi Mapumulo, the founder of Eskamegwene Group, a holding company with 4 divisions: Eskamegwene Logistics, Eskamegwene Farm, Eskamegwene Lifestyle, Eskamegwene Properties. He is a humanitarian at heart, so he has established Eskamegwene Foundation to help those who are helpless. He studied industrial engineering. He's a former Transnet employee, a husband to a dazzling wife, a father to a family. He is a commodore of the network marketing industry, a leader, a mentor, a pathfinder, a caterpillar, a submarine, a lion in the jungle, a beast in the forest, an eagle that is soaring up high, up high, up high.
Umthobisi Maphumulo ungithole ekhaya ngafesa kuyena ufuna umsebenzi ngehluphekile nje ngena lutho ngisebenzela nomeselana
ngacela isithuthuthu akabuzanga ukuthi uzosenzani ngabona sehliswe evenini kwathiwa mi thatha nasithuthuthu siceleni ngoba ngifuna ukunenkinga
uyasikholela kahle akasiphathi kabi akasithethise emsebenzini uyazi ukuthi abantu
igama lami uAlex Shiluli ngiphuma eMozambique Seginaso isikhathi somhlambe ngahlanganisa u1 year ngisebenza la amaphumulo.
Nginelisekile njengoba ngikuyena nginayo inkinga kuyimanje ngenzela incwadi zokushayela mahala ke ngikhiphe ngisho isenti.
Akwazi ukunakekela ingane zami and then manje nginawo umuzi wami ngikwazi ukuthi mina ubaba manje ngibhekela ingane zami about ngiphize.
Uma ngizwe ukuthi isisama sikho right ikhanda likho right ngokukhulu ukusheshsha udokotela ngibuza ukuthi cha uzoya kusasa manje
so nakusasa ke mfisela inhlanhla ukwazi ukuthi asivulele umsebenzi ukwazi ukuqhubeka nempilo zethu sikwazi ukufundisa izingane zethu siwe phela kahle njengabanye abantu ngiyabonga.
I am the force behind the network marketing. I was born from zero, in fact negative. I never settle for less. I am from the generation that has been marginalized for too long. I'm driven by the sorrows and pain of my people down in township and rural areas, from Tembisa to Khayelitsha, Mamelodi to Soweto, Gugulethu to Mdantsane, from Kwamashu to Osindisweni, Umlazi to Kamalake, Kwandengezi to Imbali, Tabazwe to Emalahleni, Parapolo to Giyani, Namakwaland to Engqondo. I am the caterpillar of this time that seeks to emancipate those who have been imprisoned by poverty. I am tenacious. I am fearless. I come like a wave. I leave no stone unturned. I am Mtobisi Maphumulo.
Sanibonani. Ninjani? Hayi ngathi ngilele. Sanibonani. Ninjani? Okay, all right. Greeting to everyone on this event today. Most people, they mistakenly and think that maybe I'm a motivational speaker and so forth. But the truth is, I'm not really a motivational speaker. But what has maybe offered me or had granted me opportunity to be here with you today and share whatever that I will share with you, it's because most of the time on my social media, Facebook, Mthobisi Maphumulo, my page, I always share my story. And when I share my story, most of the time my story touch people's life. So I'm not really a motivational speaker, but I'm a storyteller. Basically my story, because there is no story that I understand better than my story. So I share my story, and my story always impacts people's life. So today I'm going to share my story with you, of which I believe it's going to impact your life. You know, today I was almost emotional. I almost cried. Because when I checked my phone this morning, I received a text that says, Mthobisi, I follow you on Facebook. I've been through tough times. I'm going through some divorce, financial challenges and all that. If it was not because of you following you on Facebook, giving all those inspirational stories and all that, I could have been dead today. So it's all about telling the story. I'm not here I think motivation or motivational speaker, for me at this moment, I still believe it's still a big weight. I still have to work more harder to become maybe one of the motivational speakers. But most of the time, I share my story. Yesterday, I said to you guys, I talk about the lion. I talk about the lion in the jungle. I said the lion, it's not the most heaviest animal in the jungle. It's not the most smartest animal in the jungle. It's not the tallest animal in the jungle. But why every time when the lion shows up, they all run? It's because the lion, it's a winner. It's about an attitude of a lion. A lion is always hungry. Understand? The lion is so powerful. Understand? It's not like it's because one of the biggest animal and so forth. I'm standing here not because I'm smarter than all of you. Here in this room, there are people who are smarter than me, people who are well educated than me, and so forth. I come from nowhere, guys. I come from a small rural area in KZN that many people don't even know. Coming from a very difficult background and all that. But what has made me from my previous deal in a space of network marketing. And again, guys, in network marketing, it's more like you planting a seed. And that seed, it's your dream. It's about having the dream. Because one of my dreams was to become successful and all that, and building and all that. But when you plant a seed, you need to take care of your seed. You need to water your seed every day. Sometimes it's not just going to be overnight. Before I've made over 40 million on my previous deal that I've done in the space of network marketing, it took me 5 years, failing to all deals I have ever tried. If I ever give up at that time, would I be Mthobisi that I am today? No. Many of you fail in life because you give up so easy and early. Understand? So now, I'm going to be sharing few things today, which gonna be relating to my story, because I believe that my story is the one that is gonna. Yesterday I spoke a lot about those lions and all that. So now I want to talk about what has helped me to become successful. It's 4 Ds of success that I apply. That's my own formula that I always apply. That every time when things are not going my direction, I always apply this just to motivate myself as I'm sharing my story with you. So now, these 4 Ds of success. The first one, when you want to become successful in life, no matter what, the first point, you need to be disgusted. You need to be disgusted. Being disgusted, it's a strong feeling of disapproval. How many of you today who disapprove the salary that you're earning? You need to write it down. What are those things that you want to change about your life? What are those things that you strongly disapprove about your life? That I don't want this, I want to change this. Some of us here, we are in this business, you are building, maybe like your partner, she's the one that is always stealing your goals. If you disapprove that, you want to become successful. I'm not saying divorce or whatsoever. Find a solution on that so that you can be able, because for you to become successful, it's about having that feeling. So in my life, being born from the family which I come from, one of the things that was like this, where I was disgusted mostly about, it's my background. Because I'm coming from the family that has been looked down in the community. That is why I'm not scared to share about my story and my background. I come from a big family of Mapumulo, whatever, where we come from. But my father passed away when he was just 36 years old. I was just 11 years old. I was left with a single mom. We were just a symbol of poverty. My mom had to sell iskata no gavin. I'm not ashamed of that. To raise me. Understand? So that I can be able to wear shoes and go to school. There were points in my life during primary school where the social worker had to write a letter to the principal saying this child is a poor child, so he's not supposed to pay a school fee during those times. We used to get food parcel in my family in order for my mom to raise me and to raise a family. That's my story. But that situation is the situation that I was always disapproving in my life at a young age. Then the only option that I had at that time, I was supposed to focus on my studies, because the only hope I had, if I get a certain qualification or a certain degree, maybe I will get a decent job. After getting that decent job, I'm going to change my family's life. It's about finding that thing that is going to be your purpose in your life. It's about finding that big why. Because some of us, we want to become successful, but we don't know why we want to become successful. And I'm grateful to God that she has kept that woman, because she's still alive, until I've made it, because that has always been pushing me to make her proud. So it's all about my story. As I've said, I'm not a motivational speaker, but I'm always sharing my story. I know 80% of you don't care about my story, because we all have stories, but maybe 20% of you in this room will be inspired from my story, because I come from nowhere. That is my home, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, in my home, we used to have that roundavella only. My mom, when she started to earn those grants and whatever for my other sibling, she built that 2-room. It was like that. When I started to work, like before even I started to work, when I came to university, Durban University of Technology, I didn't come to Durban University of Technology because I had the best financial background. I had the support, I had the family or anyone who was supporting me. No. It was because of the results that I had at my matric. Because the only option that the only thing that I could distress with was to study my books. Then when I went to varsity, I was accepted. But it was hard also to get an accommodation. There was no one that was going to help me to get an accommodation in this busy city life of Durban. I used to sleep on the floor in Steve Biko campus. Painful. Rain season. It was hard. It was difficult. But one thing I understand about pain. Pain is temporal. Eventually, it's going to subside. You might be going through hardship right now, some painful. It's just that we are not transparent to see each and everyone's problem. There are people who are here, but they are disgusted by a certain situation. Because I believe when you join network marketing, there is a situation that pushes you to grab this opportunity. There is something that you want to change. Unfortunately, I cannot know what is it that you want to change. Find that thing that limits you to become successful. Find those things that disgust you. That strong feeling of disappointment. You no longer want your job. Quit it. Leslie Brown says, every time when you're doing something that you don't like, you are committing a spiritual suicide. You are committing a spiritual suicide. When I got my job, after that, I've worked Then I've built that other roundabout, and there's another one that is not appearing on the picture. Then I was trapped to this corporate world, working and all that. I'm an engineer now because I qualified as an industrial engineer. But now, again, I had to change that situation. I had to fight. You understand? That is me when I was in university. If I were to recruit you at that time, you will say no. That's me. I remember in this room, in Steve Biko, we were 2 guys studying at that night. 2 guys. The other friend of mine took a picture, a wallet at Villaraz, one of the friend of mine coming from Mpumalanga. We were studying. Why? Because I was hungry. Because I had that situation back at home that I wanted to change. I had that difficulties. That is me. Outside of Ritsin campus in Steve Biko campus. You know that school bag that I was carrying there? That bag, it's a bag of another guy who borrowed me this bag because he had 2 bags at university. I didn't have a school bag to carry my books. That jean that I was wearing there, I think it was my first or my second guest jean that I could ever own in my life. That is my story, that is my background. But those are the things that I was disgusted about. And I was pushing through to change my life. I pushed through to change my life. So now, coming back, don't be sad, guys. Don't cry. Let me just get you back, guys. As I go on with the slide, you will be shocked because it's all history now. I have achieved more than how the society could have ever imagined. I have become successful more than ever you could ever think that this boy coming from there could ever make it. It was so difficult. It was so hard. I don't know what are your problems. I don't know what are your challenges. But I know for sure, all of us, we have something that we want to change about our life. We all have something that we want to change on. Understand? Because I had to change my family. But now, please write down these deeds of success because they've been always helping me to become successful. The first one I've said, be disgusted. Be disgusted by your situation. You're the one who need to know what situation you should be disgusted about. You're disgusted about your job? I'm still going to tell you about my job and so forth. When I was disgusted, when I was leaving work, when I was resigning and all that. Maybe people will think when Mchobis resigned and focused into network marketing, had all his bill paid, he was not owing anyone. He was because I understood the statement from Leslie Brown which says, every time when you do something that you don't like, you're committing a spiritual suicide. Ladies and gentlemen, when I retire and resign from the company that I used to work for, everyone was saying, you're crazy. I didn't even have a car. I didn't have all the things that you may think about. But I was hungry to change my life. I was hungry and I took that decision and my life changed. Guess what? It only took me 6 months after I left my job and doing and focusing full time on what I like. After 6 months, I've made my first million. I love network marketing. I love talking to people. I love sharing the business and all that. The second key of success, you need to have a desire. A feeling of wanting more. That desire is the one that's going to push you. Because being disgusted alone is not going to help you. Everyone, there's something that they want to change. You sit to anyone, you ask, everyone wants a better job, a better money. Everyone is hating his boss, is hating his job. Everyone like bills, debit orders, medical bills, children, all this. We all have all that. All of us, we have situations that disgust us about our life. But without a desire, the feeling of wanting that situation to change, it's not going to change. I graduated, as I was telling you. I graduated, then I was employed by one of the biggest companies in South Africa, which is Translate. I started to work there. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, I gave all out in because I knew in my family, there's never been anyone who has ever had an opportunity. And I'm very grateful with my humble beginnings when I was working and all that, because in my family, my father never had an opportunity to work for a company. Until he died, he never even had a pay slip. Understand? So when I had that opportunity, it was a grateful opportunity. I gave all out. I gave all out. I've worked extra hours, not being paid or whatsoever, because I was trying to maybe like make my boss happy, and maybe like thinking maybe they will just give me a better pay and so forth, studying, furthering my studies and all that. It didn't happen. Up until I had to fight to find my true freedom, where my success is not going to depend to anyone else. In network marketing, my success is depending on my work. Most of you who knows me, I always say, love the 4-letter word, work, if you want to become successful. Because there's nothing that has helped me. When I came out of my comfort zone, started to build in network marketing, started to work in network marketing, building and all that, recruiting, getting rejection and all that. Then from there, I've built until I became successful. Understand? So now, you must have that desire in you if you want to become successful. And also, that desire is not just going to help you if you're not taking certain step or certain decision. While I was still working, I was preparing my journey. I was preparing myself, because you need to develop yourself. I started to look, what is it that I'm going to do? Many of you will say, Mthobisi, you are in this pyramid and scam and all that. Just shut up. You don't know my situation. I come from nowhere. The family I'm coming from, I'm not politically connected. There's nothing. No one could have ever helped me with anything. When I was working, not making the things and achieving the things that I wanted to achieve, I've looked at all the businesses that maybe educated people, those who went to school for too long, will say, I cannot do these things of pyramid and so forth. It's not for me. I need a proper business. Proper business for me was not easy for me to do at the time. Because if you tell me about buying a franchise of whatever, shops that are selling franchise, where I was going to get $1 million to buy that franchise or $2 million. Think about a proper company. When you were telling me that, Mthobisi, why don't you why don't you be involved in properties than this MLM of yours or pyramid and scam? Just shut up, you don't know my situation. MLM or network marketing, it's an only industry that I have found that pays more than all other industry at the same time. At the same time, it's the only industry that does not demand too much money. Yes. You can start with as little as you can. We will know this in South Africa or in Africa as a whole. Because every time you share an opportunity with an African person, he will always ask you, what is the minimum? Because in network marketing, you can start with whatever you have at that point. As long as you're not lazy. You're not lazy. As long as you're willing to come out of your comfort zone and work, you're going to become successful. Yeah. Do you think it was easy for me to become a millionaire like that? No. I got a lot of rejection. Where are my colleagues that I used to work with them at the company? Where are the people that I used to go to school with? Where are the people that I used to go to high school with, primary, and so forth? They are not here with me. I've got a lot of them, but some of them I still have their contact. Yeah. I got a lot of rejection. It's not only you being rejected. When you share an opportunity with someone and they say no, just move on. My belief is, if someone say no, no means next one. I get inspired when you reject me in the business. I get more motivated because I want to prove it to you that I will make it. And I always do that and I make it. When I started this deal of Qubits Life, November 22nd, some said, I'm not going to join this business with Mthobisi and so forth. Jealousy. Yeah. Mtobisi, he has made money, whatever, and all those jealous. Understand? They said, in this business, he's not going to rank up, whatever. No, let's look at people they see from. They say, we look up. Hey, I always get those people who say, him Thomas, you inspire us, we look up from you. But every time when I'm building the business, sharing the link with them, they look someone else. They look someone else because they say, we want to see him fail. Listen to me. When I wake up in the morning every day, I'm a lion. I'm hungry. I enjoy challenges. I enjoy hunting. It's in my spirit. I enjoy hunting. I enjoy building. I enjoy every rejection. Because what will determine the spirit of the day? My wife will tell you, we always fight about this, because every morning when I wake up, I will open a motivational video on YouTube. Because every time when I wake up, I want to get something positive, because that will determine the spirit of my day. That will determine the spirit of my day. So guys, don't think that I just became who I am today and all that. It was easy. And I've built on this business, telling you about those people who are jealous or Satan. I built this business. I worked this business. When I reached rank 5, because I only showed them when I reached rank 5 on the business, they were like, eh? Where is getting the team? No. I'm a lion. I'm a leader. Yes. A leader does not lose people. Yes. Write it down. A leader does not lose people. People lose a leader. They lose you. I'm a leader. I'm hungry. You need to develop that in yourself. You need to build that. You're going to do that by reading certain books, having a certain association, because association brings assimilation. You're going to do that because there's power in you if you want to become successful. Guys, my story is not going to be long. The 10th D of success, it's decision. Because without taking a decision, you can be disgusted. All of us, we have things that like disgust us every day. Every day we have things that like stress us every day. All of us. Understand? We can have all that. We can have all the desire. You go to someone. Hey, have you ever went to a school or any company trying to network or recruit people there? Hey, those people are not. Okay. Have you ever gone there? Ne? But if you find them, if you go there and you present an opportunity to them, sharing the business idea with them, a certain teacher will just pick the scripts that were supposed to be marked 2 months ago, and they start to marking those scripts, trying to disturb you. Another one will open a scaftin and making notes because they don't see value out of you. But when you find them on a weekend, these people, corporate people who are working and all that, when you find them on weekend, it's all about stress. It's all about challenges. It's all about they are disgusted. My boss this, the principal this, the manager this, and all that. They desire that something could change. Every time you find them on calls trying to find a better insurance than this one, they're jumping this one, because they are disgusted with their bills. But when you give them the opportunity, they will act big. They look down at you. You understand? So that is why I'm saying, being disgusted and having a desire alone, there's nothing that's going to change in your life. Because everyone has a situation that you want to change. Everyone wish that maybe my salary this year could be increased with 50%, 30%. Every time when it's a financial year end of financial year, English sometimes escape me, guys. I never went to this multiracial school or whatsoever. I used to study in a school where when we were taught English, it will be taught in Zulu. Understand? A teacher will tell you, I'm a preposition. I'm a synonym. Understand? So, I educated of this English and so forth. All I'm interested on here is to give you a message. Just take a message. Don't mind my English. It's broken, but I'm working on it because I'm a human being. If you know how blessed you are to be a human being. Being a human being, it's an only animal in the world that has the ability to transform and change. A dog can never be anything besides being a dog.
That's right.
It will always be a dog. A donkey will never be anything else besides being a donkey. A cat will never be anything besides being a cat. But a human being, you can transform, you can do things, you can change. You understand? So that is why I'm saying, don't mind my broken English. I'm working on it. By the way, it's not even my mother tongue. You understand? So I just, to give you something, a message, take the message that I'm sharing my story with you. You understand? So now, you have to take this decision. A resolution reached after consideration. After you have looked all in your life. After you have looked everything that suffocates you to become successful and make it in life. After you've suffered and all that, you're staying in that 2-room or whatsoever, you are tired of the car you drive, you are tired of all. You need to take a decision. Because without taking a decision, you're not going to become successful. I took a decision to join these things. I took a decision to join Lama Panoi. As much as Lama Panoi, better Lama Panoi. I took a decision to join these scams, if you call it scam. By the way, the term scam means still confused about money. Scam, you still confused about money. There's no industry that has a lot of money like this. But the question is, your kids will ask you in the next 5 years and 10 years because you're ignoring these things. Your kids will ask you, where were you in the biggest transformation of wealth in the world? Right now we live in a borderless society. Fourth industrial revolution, technology is taking over, robots and all these things. Have you ever bothered to Google about those things and research about this? No, what is it? Everyone is talking about bitcoins. Companies, they are moving to bitcoins and so forth. You don't care. There is even a speech by our president on YouTube. When he was talking about bitcoin and everything, you still say it's scam. You say, I know these things not for me, not for me. What is it that is for you? Because you broke. Unje. Understand? Just grab this opportunity. Take a decision to do something about your life. Take a decision, take a step to do something about your life. It was not easy, guys, when I took a decision to do something about my life. It was not easy. I had to go. I remember here, I like the statement that you said, which you have, sometimes you have to just travel and meet people and so forth and share. When I was trying to build another deal a few years ago, I think it was 2017. People never believed in me because I didn't have anything. Thinking I like to go some mauzo recruit umuntu driver. Ukogeni. So buka isicathulo akubuka zophumuzini unani. That's a problem that we have, usibukelana phansi. That's why when I became successful, those abangazi before bathuka namhlanje. Bathuka, because every time bakubuka ukuthi unani whatever. I remember I bought that one of the suits and all that whatever with my friend. We went straight to Cape Town. We spent about a week there. We even spent a night in I think that hotel we spent a night was like once in Cape Town because we wanted the cheapest place to sleep at the time. So we were like crazy. We were approaching everyone. I don't know how it happened. I ended up with those girls explaining the business. As you can see my friend there, he was explaining the business. Because one thing also I understand, if you want to become successful sometimes maybe in this industry of network marketing, you will make more money with strangers than the people you know. You will make more money with strangers than the people you know. Because I will tell you something. As a black person or as a black guy, coming from the rural area where I'm coming from, Bamshela, when I started to tap into this industry of network marketing, building and so forth, if I went back where I'm coming from, telling them that I have this opportunity, that you can change your life, and let's work this business, they're going to say, who's this guy? Tobisi. Oh, the one from that one round villa and 2 room. He's telling us about 1 million or 2 million. They'll say he's crazy. Ne? We are fine, ne? Because people will judge you. Go before wako. Hey, I do after one thing. Hey, where's after? Hey, but go before, ne? So now you need to take that decision. Go all out. Come out of your comfort zone. Maybe many of you, you're already about to give up in this industry of network marketing because you think you can't recruit, you can't talk to people. I had those kind of moments in my life where I thought, maybe this is not for me. Until I understood one thing, that I will make more money with strangers than the people you know. I started to be very aggressive on my Facebook page. Because on Facebook, I know that I will attract people that don't know me, people who just want to look at the opportunity. And then I started to also again empower myself more. When I grab the business, it's not just about Angsia and Amina. Now you link your join, not me. Because kono push link la. Hey, now you link be sports none. When I joined the business, I wanted to be different. When I came to network marketing, because I saw a gap so that I can become successful in network marketing. I tried to empower myself with whatever concept that I do. I will learn the business. Learn and understand the business. So that when now I go maybe on Facebook, sometimes I will talk even if no one sees me. Understand? Do a live video. Explain the business in detail. Explain. Go to restaurant, meet up a person. Explain business in detail. Explain, because I want thing in me that this guy knows what he talks about. And that has helped me to become successful in network marketing. But now I had those moments when I was doubting to myself. Maybe you have to invest into yourself, understand this business more than anything else. Learn the business. Rely maybe sometimes on your back office. I don't want to talk anything about upliners at the moment. Because if we're to talk about upliner, I will open another session for upliners only. Because there are people who are here to steal our dreams. Sometimes we like looking up from them, but they are just here to just suppress us. You have to work hard, Wiki. You have to work hard to develop more leaders in this country. Yeah. Sinezinsha. Sorry, excuse my language. No, it's true. I want to tell you my story. In network marketing, I was told by a person that I was looking up to, building, working day and night, building, pushing the business. And they said to me, Tobis, you are young, you don't deserve money. You are an amateur. They told me, because they don't care, they care about your work, they don't support you, they don't do all that. And right now they are threatened by us because we give content to people. We empower people. We teach people in the business. They are threatened. There's nothing that they say. They are threatened about us. And I challenge you, young lions in the room, who are still tapping into network marketing, who want to become successful and all that. Be strong. Sometimes you may think you are a lion, you are surrounded by other lions that are in the same mission with you. Sometimes you are being surrounded by hyenas. So you need to fight if you want to become successful in network marketing in this country. Understand? But you have to take that decision, guys. Fight for your own life. I took that decision. When I took that decision, I started to grow. I started to travel the world. We were in Italy and Nepal, whatsoever. I kept on doing presentation. I started to grow. I started to have many people who believed in me. I started to grow step by step. And I know all of you have it within you. All of you can be able to do it. Some of you here already have explained my English and all that. Some of you have a better talent than me. Some of you can present better than me, which means you're still going to make more of money. It's just that you have to have a self-belief. All what has helped me is a self-belief. I had all the limitations before I came to stage and talked to people. I was like, hey, my English, like my this, my background, what I'm going to be wearing, but I had to conquer all those fears. I had to let go all that because I was in the mission. Sometimes when you want to become successful, it needs to be only you who see the light at the end of the tunnel. No one else. When you're sitting down, it should be you who sees the light at the end of the tunnel. I took the decision. I started to build, developing team, working, and all that, and I became who I became. So you have to take a decision. Take a decision today or after this event, base camp that we have for Cubits Life. Take a decision that I'm going to reach rank so and so at this time. I'm going to build this business. Be specific. It's going to help you. As I've said, when I took my decision to leave the job because I was tired, I was owing over 400,000 at Capitec. Owing over 50,000 something at ABSA. Under debt review. Not just owing and I was still paying fine, no. I was under debt review. But because that situation, it was a situation engasesenginyanyisa kakhulu ngempilo yami. What was a situation engasengifuna ukushintsha kakhulu ngempilo yami. And I developed so much confidence in me that enough is enough. Now or never. Then when I left the job, it's about taking a decision. Sometimes you have to take very harsh decision to change your life. You have to take decision that other people will say you crazy. Because when I take that decision, people said you are crazy. Because some of my colleagues understood all the challenges that we used to share together. So that when I was leaving, they started to remind me, hey, you're under debt review, Don. How can you resign? You understand? Hey, Don, you don't have this and this. Just keep on working. Try. But I was on that thing maybe for over like 3 years or whatsoever, not being able to do whatever things, not being able to change situation at home or whatsoever. Then I took the decision. And I said, as I left that job, I said, I'm out, I'm leaving, I will never come back again. What was more important to me, one thing about job, it's like a rubber ball. When you drop down job or whatever thing that like disgusts you, the thing that has been not helping you to become successful, whatever it is, job it's made out of a rubber ball. If you drop it, it's gonna come back. Anyway, understand? It's gonna come back. Because you can have other options and other means to make money and so forth, and you're not even gonna think about that job again. Understand? Then I drop it. I said, no more, not coming back anyway. I don't wanna say too, it was easy after that. You know those calls, private number? Because after my first month, after I left the job, I was behind with my pay. I was behind. They started to call me, and then I used to ignore those calls because I was focusing on my dream. I took a decision to say, no more beers now. No more parties now. No more friends now. Now you are grinding in Tobis. Now Tobis, you're working on your life. Now Tobis, you're working on changing yourself. So I stopped all those things. I took a decision. First month after my job, receiving those calls, I used to reject them. There was a time when, you know, when they call you those private number, it will just be a call, you drop it, call. They kept on calling me, and then I answered one of them accidentally. I didn't mean to answer it because I knew they wanted the money. Understand? I answered it, and the lady was, hey, you didn't pay for whatever month and whatever on this debt review and everything. I said, my dear, I'm working on my dreams right now. I dropped the call. Because I took the decision to work on my goals. I've took the decision to work on my goals. I said, I'm working on my goals. I dropped the phone. 6 months behind pay, but all those negative things, I didn't focus on them. I said, if they will arrest me, they have to come at home and take me and arrest me because I'm owing this money that is over 500,000 or whatsoever. But because I was working, I took a decision to work on myself, work on my goal, because I was taking a decision. When I took that decision, I worked. 6 months down the line, after I've took that decision, I've made my first million. Wow. Because that situation was disgusting me more than anything else. I went to the bank running. I said, how much I'm owing? They said this, I swap. How much I'm owing? I swap. I said, can you give me a clearance letter? Give me a clearance letter. They gave me a clearance letter. Sometimes you don't have to be scared. Because some of us, we don't become successful because we're scared to take decision. Every successful person in life once took a decision. Every successful person in life once jump. You have to jump. Not even knowing whether we have a parachute or not. Just jump. Because you are hungry, you want to become successful. I jumped, ladies and gentlemen. It was not easy. When I was jumping, I went to my mom because I know how much she was grateful for me to work for the company. I'm an engineer and so forth. I work for the company. I went to her, I said, Mama, I'm leaving the job. After we had a very bad Christmas, it was like the end of 2018. We had a very bad Christmas because finances were not okay. I said, I'm leaving job at the end of January. She was like, you are crazy and all that. Every time when it's the 27th, because I used to get paid on the 27th, she will call me because my mom used to know my pay day. I think those calls, she was just reminding me, if you were still working, I was going to get something. But because I was working on my dreams, I was working on my goals, I was so much focused. Then few months or few times after that, I became what I became, guys. Then from there, after a decision, you need to be determined. Because if you are not determined, you're not going to become successful. Determination, firmness of the purpose. Determination. I was determined, ladies and gentlemen, from all those situations and all those circumstances. I was determined. I was ready and I was prepared. Because sometimes when an opportunity finds you and you are not prepared, you're going to fail. I was determined, going up and down the street of Durban, pushing in network marketing until a certain deal came to my life. I was with you, Babu Swat, you still remember. We were there on the same day, and that deal transformed everything in my life. Transformed everything in my life. I was determined. Be determined, because you're going to face some setbacks. You're going to face some people who will call you by names. You're going to get some rejection and all this. But if you're not determined and you're weak, you're going to fail in this industry. You need to be strong if you want to become successful in this industry. Because if you are not determined, it's easy to give up in this industry. It's easy, understand? A person can sign up you today in this industry. Tomorrow, you're still trying to find out where I'm getting my link. You are prepared, you are ready, you're hungry. You call her. Yesterday, when she was signing up you today, she was so cool. Hey, Mtobisi, come to the business, do this business. You sign up, you put the money, you join. Tomorrow, just want a basic information, because since she or he had signed you up on the business, chances are she knows or he knows where to get a link. You phone her the following day and you say, where do I get my link? The person, hey, I'm busy. She doesn't care anymore. That is why if you are not determined, you're going to fail. For me to become successful in network marketing, people who have ever had an opportunity to become my upliners and so forth, they will tell you. Chances are I don't even call them, I don't even WhatsApp them, because I'm not here for friendship. I'm here for my goals and the things that I want to change in my life, I just focus, because sometimes you get crushed. So you need to be determined if you want to become successful in this industry. That's my home today. That's my home today. That's why I've said to you, don't feel like you, no, don't feel sad about it. It's history. This is history. History is, I like Zuma when he was explaining history, Jacob Zuma. He said, history is history. It's got some painful chapters and wonderful chapters. It's history now. But how I became who I became, I was so much determined, kept on pushing. So from these 4 Ds of success, you need to ask yourself, what is it that disgusts you? What is it that you want to change about your life? That you strongly disapprove about your life? Because that's what will help you. Because if you don't know what is it that you want to achieve, your why is not bigger enough, you're not going to achieve. You need to have a big why if you want to become successful in network marketing. Guys, as I've said, guys, I'm not really going to spend much of your time. That's my home. It was a small 2-room house. Fortunate enough, my forefathers, they had some land that they kept there, which about 10 hectares and so forth. And I have converted that place to become a farm. It's a farm today that is in full operation. There you see this here at the back here. I've started, they are building also now here. This picture is outdated. They are building here. I'm one of the suppliers now of pig or pork. I have pigs there and all that. I have employed people. I have people that work for me and all that. I've created opportunities. Through this industry, you will do something. Because I remember I used to have something on my everywhere, or on my wall and all that. This guy called Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar. Yeah. So one of his famous quotes, he says, you need to be willing to help as many people to get what they want so that you can get what you want. Yeah. Did you get that? Yeah. And it's a golden principle in network marketing. You need to help as many people to get what they want so that you can get what you want. I've applied that because during my down moment, when I was like looked down, nobody in a space of network marketing, as I've shared with you that I used to read a lot about any opportunity that I'm grabbing and understand it better. People will go sign up, join wherever they join and everything, but they know they have their tool, which is Mtobisi. They will come say, Mtobisi Kaza, explain. I will explain, helping them. I will see them, some of them I will explain. They go, whatever, they make money, and I become nobody. I attend events and so forth, I'm not even being recognized. But what I was doing at that moment, I was helping as many people to get what they want so that I can get what I want. Yeah. I'm sure you can tell, Sbal. But another day. So now, you need to help as many people as you can to get what they want so that you can get what you want. After I have suffered almost over 5 years in a space of network marketing, not breaking through, facing all the hardship, being a joke, being a laughing stock, God is great.
Oh yes, I love that.
God is great. Because I became successful. I've worked. People started to see value on me. When I grabbed that deal, which I've made over 50 million on, people started to come in me and say, I want to join directly on you now. Yeah. And they joined, and I grew, made money. Yeah. And I was shocked that even myself, when I made that first million and second million, I was like, eh? But now, because what was disgusting me was my family issues and all that, Then I went to my mom. I said to my mom wanted me to fence her house. The first thing I've done when I had that money and all that, I started by fencing her house. Because you can see our house is next to the road and all that. It used to be people will come here, reverse their cars, turn here, move. It's like that. Who's gonna say what? When I talk as an older boy or whatever in that family, who's this boy? They will like tell me nonsense. So that thing was frustrating my mom with like, hey, art is like, whatever. Someone will come even spin the car. Go. Just like that. So when I first made that money, because that was a situation that was kept on disgusting me every day. Then from there I fenced for my mom. Then I started to do more and more and more. So that's why I'm saying to you, it's about having that thing that disgusts you. It's about having that thing that you want to change in your life. You have to know what is it that you want to change so that you can be able to become successful. And I'm doing all this other stuff. It's just... That's my car. I was even shocked when I was buying that car. I didn't even believe it. Sometimes your dream needs to be so much visible. You know, I first fell in love with this car back in 2016 when I was in Mpumalanga, working there. I was like in love with this car. And I used to have the picture of this car everywhere and all that, this Barky, seeing myself having this Barky. It used to be my dream car. And when I started to make money in network marketing, building, I didn't even realize that I was still like doubting myself. Should I go buy it or not? And so forth. And my wife said, this car has been your dream for years. You have money to be some with hang. Enjoy now. And I went and I bought it. It was one of the things that I love. Le kwasekudlalwa ngemali ke la guys. Kwasekudlalwa ngemali, sekumnandi. After I've done all other stuff. I was in Palito, driving around Palito. Then I've bumped to myself in one of the shops that was selling golf carts. I said, who I am? I'm Tobies. Ne? I went straight there. I asked them, how much is this golf cart? They said 150,000. And I swapped. They were like, eh? Huh? Huh? Understand? I'm swapping. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to spend much of your time. Travel the world. I was in Italy somewhere. In a crew, whatever, all those things. But in network marketing, guys, all I want to share with you today is to say, you can become whatever that you want to become in network marketing. There is no industry that pays more than network marketing. You are in a right place at a right moment. This company now, look at the company vision and align those vision with your vision. Yes. The company is focused on an active growth. 2021. Are you active? Are you active in building your business? Because you need to be active. Build. The company this year wants to have $100 millionaires. It's a vision of the company. If you work hard, you're going to become one of them. How many of you saying I'm going to be one of them? Those 100, they're going to become millionaires in dollar base. Understand? So you need that if you want to become successful. You need to be hungry, not on the stomach. I'm doing this business because I've seen it. Again, guys, personally myself, some people I know, they hate me for whatever reason, but I don't care. People will always talk about you, whether you cook. People will always talk. You know, there are people who will talk like whatever. I've worked, Mina. Those who knows my journey in a space of network marketing will tell you my story. I've worked before I became who I am. Understand? But now, because of the success and everything, unenyoga. He's having a snake, just to translate, because people like to believe there's a certain snake that comes with money and so forth. Hayi unenyoka, utwele, and all that. I work, guys. I work. Work if you want to become successful in network marketing. Build up your team, because that's not the most important thing. If you have a team, build your team, nurture your team, encourage your team, be a resource to your team, because there's nothing that can defeat a well-trained team. Sometimes you're not reaching that rank that you want to reach. Some of you are dying to reach that rank. You end up taking your own money to move to another rank. It's because you don't build your team. That is why you're suffering. But if you build a team, you have a right team. With this business, many of you don't know. Monday till Saturday, we run Zoom secretly. Not very secretly. But I run Zoom with my team. South Africa is not for me this year, guys. I forgot about South Africa. I have teams in South Africa and all that. I'm grateful with my team. There are people who are on my team on this room. But people who responded so much in Cupid's life to me, Tanzania, Mozambique, Namibia, you name them, you know all these countries. Every day I run Zoom with these people. I train my team. I go to back office, tell them where to get your link, what to do this, how to do this, every day. That's why you just gonna, before you know it, I'm gonna be ranked 6. While you're still holding on that jealous, say it's not gonna, I'm not gonna tell you how many points I have and everything, but it's like, anytime soon. Maybe even before this base camp ends, I'm going to be on rank 6. I don't know. Anything, but it's not going to be a month. Because I train my team. I develop my team each and every day. In my office, they come, I train them, I develop them. Sometimes I forget about the business, I just focus on mindset. Train them on mindset, they go. They come, train them on whatever concept that come into my mind at that particular time. Because a well-trained team always win. He's new in network marketing. He never done network marketing before. It's a first network marketing that he's doing. Because I train him every day. Sometimes they assist me on Zoom and all that. With a short space of time, he's on rank 2.
Yes.
Well-trained team. Develop your team. But wait, I know many of us, we have 2 dogs. You have a black dog and a white dog and whatever. You have this jealousy that you have inside of you. You understand? Sometimes as much as the person is your downer, but you don't want him to prosper and shine and all that. But you see, maybe you're shooting yourself on the foot. Network marketing is not being respected. It's, people look down to it today because of us. We don't train our team. A well-trained team always win. This game is a game of numbers. It's a game of duplication. You can start with 2 people, 4 people, train them. They will copy what you do. And before you know it, you make a lot of money. Before you know it, you become successful. Just do like that if you want to become successful. And again, forget about yourself if you want to become successful in network marketing. Help as many people to get what they want before you get what you want. Do you think she's here just for us to get drunk and drinks and jive and all that? No. She's here because she's helping as many people as she can to get what they want so that she can achieve her own goals. Help as many people as you can to get what they want so that you can get what you want. Ladies and gentlemen, as I have indicated, that I'm not really a motivational speaker, but I share my story, and I hope from my story, it was boring to others, but I'm sure from my story, some of you will be inspired. Thank you.
Thobisa mfaka amaphumulo ngiyabonga ngakho konke ongenzela khona Ndlothoba kabhebeke jabula kuyashintshana nto zimnandi ikhala kuye isandla sami siyahlaza idlula ikhanda kuye